In this part 2 of our open hip series, the hip flexor open series, we're going to open the legs. We're going to start with some standing poses. Keep your legs fully extended and open your arms wide open. Yeah, so extend the arms and just keep those legs firm. And then see if you can do it like that as you go from that position. Drive your hips forward to feel like you're getting into those hips. So if you're sitting back, drive your hips forward and lift your whole body like you're becoming really, really tall. And make your arms long. Yeah. And then just keep stretching the side of your body and then flip your palms out and bring your arms back. Move your hands back to your hips, and that stretch opens your whole entire body. Back to the first side, you turn, this is our first side, you turn the legs. And we finished the last part on the lunge, so let's go back to that lunge we did before. You lower your hips down, the back leg is straight. This time you're going to stretch your arms forward, you lower your hips down, and then you lean back. Feel like you're pulling something back from the shoulders and pull the abdomen. The back leg is straight. And then from here, as you lower your hips down, stretch your arms up for the high lunge. Then stretch your arms. Back leg straight and bring the arms back behind your ears. This is a variation for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Keep reaching your arms back behind your ears. Stay there for 2 more breaths. And then come up. Extend the legs. Move your hands on your hips and then turn back to center. And let's switch to the other side. Flick the legs. Flip the legs. Lower your hips down. Yeah, just go lower. Same thing. As you lower your hips down, the back leg is straight. The hands move forward. And then pull the hands back into the shoulder. And then from here, as you engage the core, bring the arms back behind your ears. Really stretch your arms up. And breathe. Again, arms super long, hips super low, back leg straight, and then reach and breathe. Keep driving the front knee forward and the back heel back. 2 more breaths here. Reaching your arms really high. And then come all the way up to the top. Move your arms out, hands and hips. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Turn to the first side, and I'm going to give you a variation from that movement. So turn your legs same way. And this time, instead of bringing your arms up, swing your hands back. 2 options. You can bring your arms back like a Superman or some kind of a lift, or you can interlock your fingers if you have more room to stretch your shoulders. Bring your arms back, and same thing. Just bring the leg down. And stretch your hands as far back as you can. Get a deeper stretch on the whole front of the hips. Now, if you want to increase even more the intensity, move your chin back and up. 5 breaths here. Lower your hips down even more and really get to open the front of your hip. And then release. Return to center. Take a deep breath in here. And breathe out. When we open the hip flexors, we release the stress we have on one of the main muscles for breathing is the diaphragm. So when you breathe deeper, it's more space for you to get there. Let's go to the other side. Get deep stretch on your psoas. So lower your hips down, same as before. Either stretch your arms back or interlock your fingers. And roll the shoulders and reach. Again, if you want to increase intensity, you can move your head in and up. 5 breaths as well. And then release. Move your hands on hips. Extend the front leg. And then bring the legs together. Nice. This pose, we call it Tadasana, mountain pose. feet together, toes together, and just let your arms rest by your side. The next pose, same open legs, stretch the legs out, turn your toes to one side, and then now from here, you're gonna bring the hands back. You wanna hold the arms from the elbows, like this. Hold the arms from the elbows. Or if you feel like you got more room, you can bring your hands into a reverse namaste. Whatever works for you. So hold the hands from your elbows, and then roll the shoulders back to open the chest. And then again, with the toes facing in one direction, this time the back, you look at the heels stay down on the floor, and then with both straight legs, you're gonna reach back. It's just a reach back. Again, pull the abdomen to take some pressure away from the back. So pull the arms back and then look up. This time the back leg straight and the front leg straight, and look back, and look up. Keep leaning back with straight legs. And up. And then come back to center. Turn to the front, and then now change the hold of your arms. If your arms are holding one on top of each other, release and hold the other way around. And then switch legs. Turn to the other side. Remember, the back heel is down, back leg straight, as well as the front leg, both legs fully extended. Move the shoulders back, barriguita, belly, in, and then stretch and lean back. Try to bring the shoulder blades into your body, squeeze the shoulder blades in, and then look up and back. Now press the back heel down of the leg that it's behind you. Press it down to really stretch the leg and open the front. One more breath. And then release. Come back to center and then release. Now from here, let's go down to the floor to do some bridge poses to really finalize the first part of the hip, the second part of the hip opening. You're gonna keep your legs about hip distance apart. And then you're gonna turn your palms back. So the fingers are facing back. And then you're gonna bend your elbows. As you bend your elbows, you lift the chest a lot. So the moment you wanna lift the chest, the elbows want to extend. So you bend your elbows, and at the same time, you lift the chest up, creating a deeper stretch on the front of your shoulders. Stay there for 3 breaths. Your feet parallel, keep lifting the chest, and bend the elbows. Knees in line with the hips. And then from here, press the feet down into the ground, and then just lift the hips up for a bridge. But really lift the hips as high as you can, and then look to your belly. Press into your feet and then really lift the hips up, and then come down. If you feel that's no good for you, just lie down and just do a regular bridge. We're gonna do 3 of those before we're going down, okay? 2 more times. Hands on the back, roll the shoulders, breathe in, breathe out, press the hands, and then bridge. Lift up. Look to your belly. And then come down. And then just 1 more time. Bend the elbows. Lift through the chest a lot. And then again, move your hips up really, really high. And open. And hold it. Go a little higher if you can. And then come down. Nice. And then lie down flat, head and shoulders, and let's do to the regular bridge. This time the hips gonna go up with your head and shoulders down. So you're gonna keep your hips right on top of your hips, and then you bring your arms back a lot, stretch your arms all the way back. And then lift the hips up, really reach the hips high. And then just roll the spine down slowly, bone by bone, and then you bring the hands down. Repeat that 1 more time. Let me move forward a little bit more. Again, curl the pelvis, lift the hips up, keep your knees parallel to each other, and then swing your hands back a lot. And breathe. And then round the spine down and move your hands down. Just one more time. Inhale, lift the hips up. Arms up and back. Breathe. Maybe go a little higher on the hips. And exhale, roll all the way down. Now the last one, you're gonna roll the shoulders under. You're gonna either hold the mat with your hands or interlock your fingers. Or you can just press your hands down, whatever works for you. Roll the shoulders under even more. And from here, lift the hips nice and high. Open the front of your hips, and let's stay here for 5 breaths. Pressing your triceps down and really lifting up a lot, breathing. Opening the front of the body. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And then release. Unroll the shoulders and gently roll all the way down. Turn to the side and then come up. Guys, it's the second part of our hip open series. Stay tuned for the third part.